Hi, welcome back to FANG Friday. This is Ross Healy coming to you from our new offices in the heart of downtown Toronto. After a tumultuous week for stocks, today we're going to take a look to see if the FANGs can take a page out of the Raptors book and get back to their winning ways. Let's take a look. Okay, let's start with Facebook. And we had seen that Facebook had broken out over its mid-super growth price, that's 5.5 times book value, and had checked right back to it. Now today, I have to say that unfortunately the stock has slid just a little bit below the waves. And the reason for that is, of course, that we really didn't have enough time to get any real market traction before this setback has taken place, and the MSG price is somewhat fragile. Now, I am not inclined to panic yet. You may recall that I gave you our sort of informal 3% 5-day rule a couple of weeks ago, and I need to invoke it now to remind everybody to really verify a breakdown or a breakout. We need to allow a move below the line in this particular case of 3% that holds for 5 days before we really panic. Given how long the shares tried to break out initially, I think that it's really too early to be worried about Facebook, and we will maintain our buy recommendation. Here's Amazon pulling back very nicely to its HB3. That's about 16 times book value, getting right back down there. Today, the stock traded down to about 1770, I think. So it's getting very, very close to that 1740. And I think that this line holds and perhaps gives us a trading rebound. Next up, we're going to take a look at NVIDIA, which, as you know, we have indicated is a sell avoid stock, and it's coming right back down again to its low of December. Okay, right back down to its bubble price. That's 7.4 times its book value. If so, I would suspect that we would get a nice rebound there. So watch for that. The stock is down today, getting pretty close to that $127 mark. But all I can say about Alphabet is that it just continues to drift lower. I'm still of the opinion that we will not get a really good buy signal until we get to its super growth price. That's 3.5 times its book value. So right now it remains a sell. And the same thing for Apple. The stock just continues to move lower, really against a background of some pretty poor fundamentals, I think. So we are very, very careful at this juncture. The last stock I'm going to look at is Netflix. And do you remember last week that I pointed out that Netflix had been rising nicely in terms of price to book value against a background of increasing earnings? But they have been leveling out recently, and the stock has been leveling out with it. Now, what is the problem with Netflix as far as we're concerned? Well, in order to answer that question, I'm going to click on this little price to book button on our chart, and let's take a look at Netflix from another point of view. That is to say, how it is traded on a price to book basis over the past almost 20 years. And you will see here that although this company moves up nicely, when this stock corrects, it really goes to town and you get some enormous price declines. When I look at the fair market value of this company, which is minus 78%, and I see those earnings leveling out, I start thinking again Are we back here? Or is this just a correction? Anyway, to get back to looking at the stock, right now we have a downside target of $315, and the stock is off nicely today, so it is getting back down there again. Whether we'll get the same kind of a bounce that I'm expecting from Amazon or not, I don't know, but that is at least where I would expect some good solid resistance for this stock, at least for the time being. Well, that was a look at the FANGs in the past week. To recap, Facebook is trying to hang on to that breakout. In the meantime, Nvidia and Amazon are getting pretty close to perhaps nice trading rebounds. Apple, Alphabet, and Netflix remain in our doghouse. If you want to learn more about SVA, you can go to strategicanalysis.ca. You can also tune in next Thursday, June 6th at 6 p.m. to BNN's Market Call, when I will be taking your questions. This has been Ross Healy, reminding you that nothing, including investing, is difficult if you have the right tools. See you next time.